going to enjoy Mama Panya's Pancakes, a village tale from Kenya. This story was written by Mary and Rich Chamberlin, and these beautiful illustrations are by Julia Cairns. Mama Panya sang as she kicked sand with her bare feet, dousing the breakfast fire. "Adika, hurry up!" she called cheerfully. "Today we go to market." "Surprise! I'm one step ahead of you, Mama." Adika stood in the doorway, dressed in his finest shirt and his cleanest shorts. "I'm ready." Now Mama Panya had to hurry. Now, wouldn't it be nice if sometimes you were able to say, "Surprise, I'm ready," when your family needed you to be ready? Maybe being ready means already having your shoes if it's time to go outside, or maybe being ready means being able to say, "Surprise, already finished," when your family asks you about cleaning your room or hurry up, finish your work. Maybe you can think of some ways to surprise your family when they say, "Hurry up." After storing her pots, gathering her bag, and slipping her feet into sandals, Mama Panya called, "I'm ready too, Adika. Where are you?" "Here I am, Mama, 2 steps ahead of you." He sat under the baobab tree, Mama Panya's walking stick in hand. "Why, yes, you are." She accepted the stick and led them down the road. "What will you get at the market, Mama?" "Oh, a little bit and a little bit more." "Are you making pancakes today, Mama?" "You are a smart one. I guess I can't surprise you." "Yay! How many pancakes will you make?" Mama fingered 2 coins folded in the cloth tied around her waist. "A little bit and a little bit more." Rounding the corner, they saw Mziadolo sitting by the river. "Habari za asubi?" Mama asked, softly, so that she wouldn't chase away the fish. Adika blurted out, "We're having pancakes tonight! Please come!" "Adika!" Mama whispered in his ear. Mziadolo waved back, saying, "Asante sana, I'll be there." Mama quickened her pace. "We had to invite Nzi," Adika said. "He is our oldest friend." "Hurry up, you're a few steps behind," Mama replied. "Look, Mama! It's Swandi and Naman!" Adika's friends tapped long reeds against the thighs of their cattle, moving them along. "I'll be just a few steps ahead." "Wait, Adika!" Mama called. Mama hadn't gone too far before he returned. "They'd be happy to come," Adika panted. Mama Panya frowned, thinking about the coins in her wrap. Why do you think she frowned? What might she be worried about if she only has 2 coins, but now needs to make pancakes for her and Adika and now 3 more friends? "Oh, how many people will that be?" "Let's see. Sawandi, Naiman, and you and me and Mziadolo. That's only 5. How many pancakes do you think I can make today, son?" "I'm 1 step ahead of you, Mama. You'll have a little bit and a little bit more. That's enough." At the market, there were many buyers and sellers trading fruits, spices, and vegetables. Adika spotted his school friend, Camilla, and her plantain stand. Mama, she loves pancakes. Now, don't you? But before she could finish, he ran to greet his friend. Mama tried to catch up, arriving just in time to hear, "You'll come, won't you?" "Of course," Camilla replied. Mama shot a stare at Adika and quickly grabbed his hand, whisking him away. "Mama, we'll be able to stretch the flour." Ay, how much do you think I can stretch flour, son?" Adika waved his hand in the air. "Oh, a little bit and a little bit more." At the flour stand, Mama said, "Adika, you sit here." After greeting Bibi and Bwana Zawina, Mama asked, "What can you give me for my money?" She offered the larger of the two coins to Bibi Zawina, who scooped up a cup of flour onto a piece of brown paper. Adika popped up. "Mama's making pancakes today. Can you come?" "Oh, how wonderful. I think we can give a little more for that coin." Bwana Zawina put a second cup onto the paper, then tied it up with string. "We'll see you later." Mama tucked the package into her bag. You and I will be lucky to share half a pancake." "But Mama, we'll have a little bit and a little bit more." "Come, Adika, keep up with me. We may have just enough left for a small chili pepper." "Leave it to me, Mama. I'll get a good one." "No, Adika," she cried out, but he ran ahead to Rafiki Kaya's spice table. Mama got there just in time to hear, "Mama's making pancakes tonight. Can you come?" "I'd love to," Kaya exclaimed. She grabbed the coin from Mama's hand and replaced it with the plumpest pepper. "That's just enough. Thank you for inviting me." Mama sighed. They headed home. How many people did we invite for pancakes tonight? Adika, skipping 2 steps ahead, sang his reply, "All of our friends, Mama." Mama piled small twigs and sticks into the fire pit, and Adika ran to fetch a pail of water. Mama crushed the chili pepper in a pot, while Adika added some water. She stirred in all the flour, seeing there would be none to save. Mama poured a dollop onto the oiled pan on the fire. Swandi and Nyman were the first to arrive, shouting, "Hodi!" Adika called "Caribou" to welcome them. They carried 2 leather drinking gourds filled with milk and a small pail of butter. "Mama Panya, we have extra from our cattle." Mziadolo came soon after. "Old Man River has given us 3 fish today." Camilla arrived with a plantain bunch perched on her head. They go very well with pancakes. Bibi and Bwana Zawina brought a package filled with more flour and handed it to Adika. "Store this away for later." When Rafiki Kaya arrived, she brought handfuls of salt and cardamom spice along with her thumb piano. And the feast began as they sat under the boab tree to eat Mama Panya's pancakes. Afterward, Kaya played the thumb piano and Mziadolo sang slightly off key. Adika whispered with a gleam in his eyes and a smile on his face, "I know you will make pancakes again, Mama." She smiled. "Yes, Adika, you are 1 step ahead of me." That's the end. But there are some extra things in this book that I want to share with you, and I hope you'll stay and enjoy to learn a little bit more about village life in Kenya. And I apologize in advance if I pronounce anything wrong as we go, and if I've pronounced anything wrong in the story we just read. It's fun to read new words that you don't know. People in Kenya are of a great variety, just like how there are a variety of different kinds of people here in the United States. Most of the people in Kenya are Black Africans, but there are also Asians, Europeans, and others. And many Kenyan people, like Adika and Mama Panya, live in rural areas that look like the illustrations here. Most village people farm and take care of cows, goats, and chickens. Others might work on a tea or coffee plantation. When work is done for the day, villagers might tell stories under the stars and listen to the music of the thumb piano, or mbira. School. Children like Adika go to school, but it is often a long walk to their classroom. Very few Kenyan families own cars, and there are not many paved roads. Where the government has not been able to set up schools, many villages have created their own classes. These are called Harambee, which means pulling together. Harambee is also Kenya's national motto. And just like you might be doing school at home instead of a school building, that's how they're doing school sometimes too. After school, when they are not at school, older children might help with chores, such as collecting firewood and taking care of their younger brothers and sisters. They might also play games like board games or soccer, which they call football, and running is very popular. So as you can see, the kids there like to play games and sports just like you, and they have chores and help their families just like you do. Walking to the market. On their walk to the market, Adika and Mama Panya see many animals, insects, reptiles, and plants. Here are a few examples of what we saw in the story, or what you would see if you were going on a walk to the market in Kenya. Agama, or rainbow lizard, Mjusi, the male rainbow lizards have pretty red heads and blue bodies. They love to bob up and down, like they look like they're doing push-ups. Then Muwati, that's a tree, also known as the thorn tree. Sharp spikes surround the leaves, which are eaten by giraffes. Mbuyo, that's the large tree, often called the tree of life, the tree that we saw in the story. And it's often called the tree of life because it stores so much water. Its branches look like express routes, but it's not upside down, but it looks like the tree could be upside down. Butterfly, Kipepeo. There are so many kinds of butterflies in Kenya. You might see swallowtails, which are the largest butterflies in the world, with a wingspan the size of 2 large hands. So the butterflies is big like this. Goat, Mbuzi. The small East African goat is found all over Kenya. These goats can survive on land that is almost barren, yet they still produce lots of milk. Then we have the cattle. Many Kenya tribes measure their wealth in accordance to the number of cattle they own. The cattle here, the Maasai Ng'ombe, are mostly used for their milk. Mongoose, these weasel-like creatures, live in large families and feed on rodents, birds, and even snakes. Although they are cousins of hyenas, they are very friendly and are sometimes kept as pets. Palm trees are also found in Kenya. There are many species of palms, and the palm fruit, leaves, and bark are used in lots of products such as soap, roofing materials, and rope. And tilapia. Tilapia are fish that live in harsh conditions like the hot, salty, and alkaline waters of Lake Nakuru. Then speaking in Kenya, Kenyans speak many languages, but the main ones are Kiswahili and English. Swahili refers to a group of people who live along the east coast of Africa. The word Swahili literally means coast people, and Kiswahili means speaking the language of the coast people. Kiswahili is a mixture of Bantu, which is a native African language, and Arabic, a Middle Eastern one. In a village like Adika, people might speak 3 languages, a local language, Kiswahili, and English. Greetings are expected upon meeting someone, and it is considered rude to not greet another person in the appropriate way. As a visitor, you might hear the simple greeting, Jambo, which means hello. And then you can see they give us some greetings that we could try, like Asante Sana, which means thank you, or Bibi, which means lady, madam, or miss. Bwana, sir, or mister. Habari za asubuhi, asubuhi. What's new this morning? Hodi, customary greeting when approaching a friend's home. Karibu, you're welcome. Mama, a title of respect for a woman. Mzi, title of respect for a man. And Rafiki, which means friend. Here are some facts about Kenya. You can fit France inside Kenya with a little room to spare. To walk across Kenya from Lake Victoria all the way to the Indian Ocean would take over 1 million steps. The Great Rift Valley, one of the most spectacular geological features on Earth, runs through Kenya. It is a geological fault that will eventually break East Africa off to form an island. Mount Kenya is the second highest spot in Africa. Even though it's on the equator, it's covered with snow. Lake Victoria on Kenya's western border is the second largest lake in the world. It is part of the White Nile. The largest lake in Kenya is Lake Turkana in the north. Nairobi is Kenya's capital city. The Maasai cattle herders who use this land called it Nkare Nairobi, which means cool water country. The main seaport was settled by Arab traders over 1,000 years ago. It is an important link between Kenya and the rest of the world. Wildlife parks in Kenya have protected borders where some endangered animal species live. Tsavo National Park is the largest reserve, and the Masai Mara is one of the most popular with tourists. And the pancakes, if you'll remember, there was a pepper in them in the story. They were kind of a savory sweet pancake, a little different than the pancakes you might be used to having at your house. Pancakes are eaten all over the world. They have different names in different countries and different textures. Even here in America, sometimes our textures for pancakes are different. Some people have really thick pancakes. Some people have really thin pancakes, big and small. Some of the pancakes that we have names for in other countries are bannocks in Scotland, chapati in India, crepes in France, baobing in China, bellinis in Russia, dadar gudeg in Indonesia, kuataif in Egypt, arepas in Chile, tortillas in Mexico. Many Kenyans like to wrap food inside really thin pancakes that are kind of like tortillas. Would you like to try Mama Panya's pancakes? There's a recipe for making Mama Panya's pancakes at home. The ingredients, and it makes about 6 pancakes, is you need 1 1/4 cups, which is 115 to 170 grams of plain flour, 2 cups or 500 milliliters of cold water, a third cup or 5 tablespoons of vegetable or sunflower oil, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cardamom, or nutmeg is fine too, and half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes crushed. The instructions are that in a bowl you'll mix all the ingredients together with a fork. You preheat a nonstick pan, you don't need any oil or anything, and medium to a low setting is fine. Ladle a 1/4 cup of batter into the middle of the pan and tilt the pan to spread the batter to about the size of a grapefruit. Cook until you see tiny bubbles in the pancake and then gently flip it over. When the second side begins to pop up from the heat, the pancake is ready. You can fill your pancake with jam for something sweet or tuna salad for something different. In fact, almost any filling will do. Simply roll up and eat. At my house with my family, we usually put peanut butter on our pancakes. Is there anything special that you like on your pancakes? Thanks for sharing this story with me. I hope you really enjoyed it. I sure did. And remember that there are some words that I might not have pronounced correctly, and that's okay because we're all trying to learn how to pronounce new words, and I hope that you'll find a book that's a little harder for you to read and try pronouncing some new words too. Thanks for sharing with me. Bye.